Yeah, so tell me how you were feeling when you made that beat for Whiskey with the Lime.
Yo, honestly, it was one of those late nights at the studio just by myself, and I was like feeling something super dynamic, like,
Some type of way.
yeah, like
Yeah.
some trap fucking spirits coming down at the
The
studio.
trap angels.
So yeah, man, I went all in, and that's when I presented to you. I knew that you're gonna get and match that energy and make that
that's
shit
great.
fly. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
really
was,
glad that
like,
we worked on it.
that's when we were like locked in, right? Like
Yeah.
we were really like doing a lot of tracks there.
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah.
back to back.
That year was amazing, man, because we were just like stacking songs and like doing as much as we want. And there's a lot of gems that we recorded during that time. And
Yeah.
one of them is this one. That's why we wanted to give it to y'all and let you know and let you judge it.
You know, you can't even judge it, you know? Like, this is a judge-free zone, but you're gonna rock with it, that's a fact. So, we got lots of haters, like you said, we stacked up, we worked hard during the pandemic. There's like straight hip-hop, a lot of bars, a lot of hard-hitting beats, and, you know, we have like, what, 10?
Yeah.
10 records?
Yeah. It's a nice vault. They came together pretty well.
Yeah, and they're all fire, the tracks are timeless, you know, there's still like nothing till now, so we just figured let's start dropping some of it for y'all.
Yeah, it's about time that you see what we got working on. So yeah, I'm really excited to share that with you, and I know that you're gonna like it.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been seeing us hanging out, you know, ever since like back in the day. We've been to how many studios together, like 3 different, 4, you know what I mean? Like, and we did tracks in every one of those studios. So you're gonna hear the evolution from day one when we met, when he came through, moved here, you know, from Europe, landed in Toronto fresh, just straight to the music till where we are now today. So.
Yeah, man, I'm really glad that all worked out that way, and every year is better than the one before, and the music getting better with time as well.
Yeah, so Buzz, man. I commend you, man. Like you pursued your dreams. You know, you followed what you wanted to do.
You too.
Yeah,
inspiration.
tell them a little bit about your journey. You know, how you came to, how you got here in Toronto.
Yeah, so like around, I kind of was when I was like younger. I was like teenage. Started like jamming a little bit with my friends. Like I learned how to play guitar, so it was really like improvising, just getting together, and that's what I started like kind of having a good feeling with like making music in general. And 2018, I was basically living in Switzerland, and you know, it was about that time when I'm in my mid 20s. I needed to figure out something that would give me like purpose and keep me energized. So that's when I decided like, yo, let me try to actually start making beats. So I got the software, I got like a little keyboard, started in my dorm room, just making beats for like straight like 2 years. I didn't drop anything, and then when I felt it was there, I was like, okay, this is the time to start putting music out. And then I was like, okay, the more I did it, the more I wanted to go like bigger. So I figured Toronto is like one of the best cities for like music in general. And also, as you can see the jerseys, I'm a big basketball fan, and he is as well. So Toronto like has both of these elements. So it's like a great music industry and also great like culture for basketball. So it was clear to me that that was the best city that I could go and thrive in. And yo, I met this guy like pretty much the first person that I met coming to Toronto. I was like looking on Instagram who's like rapping in Toronto, and somehow I ended up like meeting him, and he was like, yo, let me know when you're around here. We just link up directly, and yo, he passed by, you know, picked me up, and just we went around the city, and that's where it started, man. So we had like a great dynamic. So it was just natural that we just get together and make some dope music.
Yeah, man. No, it was fresh. I really remember all those times.
Yeah, it's like yesterday. It's crazy. It's like 3 years ago.
But like Front Street, hit it up, rehearsal factory, all those spots. We're working, man. Like. What?
Yeah, man. It's amazing to see that things get better with time. The more you stay at it, the better you're gonna see the results come to you, and that's gonna keep you fueled to keep going and like go harder.
Yeah, man.
So what about you, bro? Like.
Well, I must say, first of all, this whiskey with the lime that you made, it's hidden, man. Like, it's very refreshing. And yeah, I hope you feel the same way when you listen to that track we got coming. Same name, Whiskey with the Lime, August 31st. Don't forget the date. But yeah, I had a long journey, man. I came like from Nigeria when I was like 16. I moved to Hamilton. I was like a Hamilton rapper. And then, yeah, same as you, I wanted to do things bigger, and I just felt like I needed like a bigger city, a bigger platform. So I love Hamilton, but I had to move to Toronto, and then I guess when I was in Toronto for a bit, I wasn't even really doing a lot of music. Then we had a band. I started the band. It was called Simple Life Gang, and that was a fun time, you know. Like, yeah, if you know, you know. So shout out Simple Life SLG, and yeah, kind of transitioned organically into where I am now with Triple X. So I started the Triple X project maybe about 3 years ago.
Amazing.
I'll say just probably around when you hit me up at IG around the same time, so
it's great timing, bro.
Yeah, so and then we just kept working on the music, and like you said, the more we stay at it, the trajectory just kept coming. So like a lot of the stuff you're gonna hear is tracks that we did maybe even a year ago, a year and a half ago, like. But you can still hear the progress, and we just thought it was important to share this with you because we got stuff we're cooking up right now.
Yeah.
But before you get to hear that, we want you to hear where we came from.
Yeah.
And follow us on this journey. So.
Yeah, man. So there's like different type of music we work on because we both feel like we're like versatile and we want to be versatile on purpose. So you know, it's only natural that over time we keep like opening new lanes in terms of music and trying different things and even like the quality of the mixes and everything is getting better with
How many
time.
times did you mix this track? Tell them.
I don't know.
Tell them.
Too many, man.
Tell them. Just tell them so they get an idea of what like. We didn't have one mix. We didn't have 3 mixes. We didn't have 5 mixes. You know how many iterations and versions of this track we had, and none of them are hidden as this one that we have, right? Like when you showed me this track and we're in the whip the other day at the shops, and I put it on and I could just hear the dynamics, the reverb, everything was just hidden. It never hit like that. So.
But that's the thing, because from when I started working on it to this day, I worked on so much more like projects, so it gave me more experience to go back to that and make sure I only, how you say, like, I want to be 100% satisfied with the result, regardless of how much time it takes, because in the end, if we put good music out, it's gonna last forever. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's worth spending an extra couple of months, 6 months, whatever. Maybe it's a year. But if you feel that whenever I hear it, there's something that I don't like and I can't quite figure out how to fix it, then give it more time. Go back to it with fresh ears. Use the references, like all the mixes that you like, and play it and guess that song you're working on, and kind of try to mimic that dynamic. So luckily, finally, we were able to get to a point where, this is really what I wanted to end up with, and I sent it to him, and yeah, man, he was really happy with it as well. So yeah, man.
And I just want to say, like, never be in a rush to release like anything. If it's any project you're working on, art, business. Like, always take your time. Make sure it's something that you can stand behind. Make sure it's something you're 100% proud of and you gave your all. And most times people will recognize that. And you said the word luckily. I want to shout out Lucky Leone. I know you guys have been dropping tracks.
Yes, my guy. Yeah, same thing, man. Shout out to you, Lucky. Great attitude and mindset, and a great songwriter as well. One of the sharpest pens I ever worked with.
Yeah, you guys are hitting the streets, right? You're gonna do some performances, right?
Yeah. So we've been this summer. We've been all around Toronto trying to hit some parks like Christie Pitts Park or like Trinityville Woods and places like that. We're trying to really go to the streets and really push the music and show people live what we're actually working on, without necessarily to set up events, because we feel that the streets are actually the source of how the feedback was gonna be like, you know what I mean? So if you can play in the streets for any crowd randomly, then the day you're in a venue or you're on tour or you're in a city that's not yours, then you know how to present your work to the audience and kind of bring them in your word. So
keep it street, y'all. Keep it street. Yeah, man. No, I really appreciate that hustle and drive that you guys have. It motivates us.
Respect. Same for you, man. I learned a lot of things from you. I know there's a lot of elements around the music that you need to learn with being an artist, being knowing how to shoot content, videos, how to perform on the stage, have the right energy to really share that with people and leave a good impact on them. So Shout out to you. I learned a lot from you. I know there's a lot for us to learn along the way, and it only gonna get better.
Exactly, and I learned a lot from you too with production. You know, like now I started messing with splice. Before I was just playing all my stuff, working the hard way.
Yeah.
But there's always a better way, you know. So
of course,
here's the collaboration, the power of collaboration. Unity. Shout outs, your boy Buzzerbeater over there. You know, #1 producer in Toronto. Don't mess around, y'all.